I'm swimming like Chris right now. Let's paint this.
What's up, you guys? I don't know how many people are here. I don't know how to be able to tell that on this platform, but I'm sure we'll see the chat. Let's see that. Hi, Sunny Joe. Okay. Hanging in there, you know. How are you? Hi, Sakina. You guys check out the description if you want a reading tonight. It's fine. It's not the fault. Check out the description, please. Yeah, sure you can. Just check out the description so you can figure out how to do that. So you can see what it says on how to do that. And yeah, I mean, let me know when you're ready. I'm ready when you are. So if you guys have a question, go ahead and read the description and figure out how to donate and get a reading. And I'll get started for you. How are you guys tonight? Kind of late for me, but better late than never. Oh my gosh, it's 2:35. Fucking funny. I'm like retarded. Okay, yeah, just check out the description, you guys, so you can donate and figure out how to do that. All of the information is right there for you guys. So when you do that, I'll be here waiting for your questions. Well, I see some of you would like a love reading. Nice. Okay. So check out the description of this video, you guys. You can figure out how to do that, how to get a reading. Hi, Olive. Kind of squished in this corner here, but it's okay. How is everyone tonight? Go ahead and look at the description, you guys. There's a few different things in the description. So if you want a reading, go ahead and donate, and all the information is right there in the description. So I'll just wait for you guys to get ready. I'm waiting. I'm ready for you guys whenever, whoever's ready to get the first reading. My dog is so cute. Well, it wasn't really interesting tonight, but thank you. No, but I just, you know, like to keep you guys up to date with everything and how to get a reading and stuff, so it's not too difficult, you know? Let's start off with the collective. Oh my goodness. Yeah, see, that's bad. Thank you, Pearl. That's so sweet of you. And Olive, I'm so sorry to hear about your brother. That's devastating. Well, I mean, it's a good thing he's getting better, though. I'm glad he's getting better. Because, yeah, that's kind of the whole thing that I'm, like, happy to be alive thing. Because I know people have died from this shit, and it's just, like, I mean, you think it's bad, but then it's, like, some people really just do not do well with it at all, and some people die, so I'm just happy to be, like, okay, you know? I mean, it was hard. Like, there was rough days, but the people I'm living with are kind of going through it a lot worse. Like, but we're all getting better now, so it's good. But, yeah. My boyfriend's mom had it really bad in the beginning, you know, and she's older and stuff, so obviously we're kind of worried, but she's a tough chick. Not that people who, you know, died from it aren't tough. It's just, you know, it hits people, everybody different. But Joe Rogan actually did something kind of controversial, and I guess people were kind of hating on him when he got diagnosed with COVID, or when he realized he had it. And he took a few things that, you know, maybe the doctors wouldn't prescribe to you, and that's kind of what we did too. We weren't able to do every exact thing, but pretty much. And so I think that really helped us out a lot. So check out Joe Rogan, you guys, if you know anybody who's struggling with this virus, because that's what helped us a lot. And look up what he used and what he did to get through it. Because he got through it in like 2 days or something. It's like crazy. But it works. Yeah, and by the way, the vaccination, yeah, I'm not gonna like get too deep on it, but it's like that thing. It doesn't really matter if you're vaccinated or not. You can still get it. So I don't know why they're pushing that so hardcore for people, because it's like people are still getting it even though they're vaccinated. So it's, I mean, some people say maybe, you know, it's when you do get the virus, if you're vaccinated, it's like better, it's not as bad, but I mean, it's still pretty bad, you know? Like, why would you get it if you got the vaccination? It just doesn't make sense. I did not get the vaccination, though. Yeah, and I'm not a doctor, by the way, so I cannot, you know, like, don't, you know, do what you feel is best, or listen to your doctor on what is best for you. I'm just saying what worked for me, and I'm not telling you what to do, but it worked for me, and it's working for us, so I just hope it works for other people too. I mean, I'm not telling you like what to do. Listen to your doctor. If you feel like that's what you need to do, or you feel like you need to go and search for other options, go ahead and do that. You know, don't limit yourself. People are dying. And I'm happy to be alive right now. Because it could be a lot worse. For sure. Hi! If you have a specific question, you can donate, and all of the information for that is in the description, you guys. So you can check it out. I've tried to make it pretty simple for you guys there. I put the link and, you know, the email for you guys. And also Cash App, Venmo. I mean, I have a few different options there, so you guys can check that out. If you have a question, I'd love to answer it for you. Thanks, Olive. So let's start out with the collective. No, I haven't done the wheel in a while. I don't know why. I just haven't, and I don't know. I haven't really been going live as much, but especially recently. But before that too, I haven't. I mean, I did a few times, but I don't know. I kind of like the whole random choosing, and then of course donations take priority and everything. So then I usually get pretty busy with that. But yeah, I know that would kind of help out right now. We could just start out to break that ice, huh? So, but let's start out with the collective. So this is for anyone who's here now who just, you know, needs to hear something. Hopefully I can connect with you and resonate with you. Let's see here. Anyone here? Someone asked for advice. Let's see if we can touch on any advice that might resonate with most of you. What's the main energy here today? The Star. So basically, I mean, have hope, have faith, you know, like just what we were talking about, kind of, have faith, have hope, know that things are going to be fine, like believe in yourself most definitely. Do not give up hope. Do not give up, you know, the positive thoughts and the optimism and just seeing like yourself reaching your goals. I mean, just believe in yourself, like be positive overall in everything that you're doing. And take action, like move forward, make a decision. Don't sit there and like just think about it. I mean, actually take action. You see these two sphinxes down here at the bottom, the black and the white. Well, this is also the Cancer card, and Cancers are, you know, by nature pretty cautious, I would say, rather than risk taking. I would say they're more cautious, and that's kind of what this guy's being. He's going, okay, I'm going to go in one of these directions. You know, either Sphinx is going to send me either way, but it's going to be two completely different directions, so I need to choose wisely. So he's going to choose wisely, and that's for you guys too. It's like, have hope, but think about things and actually take action in a way that's cautious. Like, don't just be like taking action and then don't just be thinking and not taking action. But when you take action, don't just, you know, don't impulsively take action. Like, think it through, think about like where you're going to actually be going. Be cautious about it. And you are going in a certain direction here, so you are already on this path for yourself. It's kind of like you have a direction you're going in, I would say. Like, you kind of know where you're going or where you'd like to go, where you're trying to go. Now, what else do we need to know here for the collective? So keep pushing. I feel like I keep pushing. You know, moving forward, trying to figure something out. Okay, and then those of you who are Cancers especially, but you know, because this is the Cancer card, or you may have a Cancer in your life or close to you at this time. This is the Sagittarius card, so there could be a Sag here with us now, or it could be, you know, somebody in your life that is a Sag. Also, the Temperance card is talking about happiness. It's talking about harmony. It's talking about, you know, things all being good and just, you know, he's sharing his cup with the world. It's like he's just peaceful, you know, and there's just this bright light around him. He has nothing to complain about, and he's super happy and just joyful, you know. And it's not even joyful. It's not like he's happy and it's an experience. It's like, it's just what he is basically just full of peace, you know. And so don't let anything get in the way of your guys' peace, you guys, because there's a lot of things right now that really are trying to get in the way of a lot of our, you know, peace. But really, we can't let those things affect us. We have to, oh wait, I forgot to mention, duh. This is the Aquarius card, by the way. So the star, the first card I pulled, that's Aquarius. So there could be an Aquarius in your life too, or maybe one of you is an Aquarius. But it's kind of like saying, you know, don't forget to look at the bright side and all of that, and don't forget to, you know, focus on the positive. And then here, this is kind of what everything comes down to, is like, yeah, if you want your experience to be good and happy, and, you know, you want your life to be joyful, you kind of have to live that life. You can't wait for something to happen. You can't wait for it to, you know, just manifest. You have to kind of manifest it yourself, and that's what the point of manifesting is. So, you know, keep your guys' heads up. I feel like maybe there's a lot of people out there right now who are feeling negativity in their life, and they really just kind of need to keep their head up and remember the good things. Remember, be happy to be alive, and just you know, hope for the best, and also just believe that good things will come, and good things are happening, and good things are working in your life right now. So keep your head up, do not give up hope. A lot of times, like, I used to think that that was so lame. I'd be like, okay, like, happy-go-lucky motherfucker, like, oh cool, like, yeah, you're so full of shit. Like when somebody would say, like, you know, just be happy, be positive. But it is like the only thing that you could do if you want to be happy. If you want to be miserable, go ahead. And that's totally up to you, too. But it is a choice to be happy. So this is about honesty. This is also, could be talking about air signs here, which would be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But the King of Swords is talking about, you know, be honest and be straightforward. It's not necessarily, you know, just be honest, be blunt, be like saying shit that no one needs to hear that's like honest, but it's like no one really needs to hear that. That's kind of rude. No, it's just saying, like, you know, don't be like overly emotional in your communication. Like when you're saying things and when you're explaining things, just kind of like facts only. You don't need to get emotional. You don't need to get all, oh, worked up. It's just, or defensive. It's just the facts. So it's not emotional. It's just factual. So just be straightforward and honest in all of your dealings. There could be a situation here that basically deals with you having to make a decision, but you're not exactly sure how to make it, or you're not exactly feeling like you have the authority to make it. Like you feel like it's not your place, and you feel like your rights are kind of being taken away, or you don't even know you have any, really, is the experience of the Two of Swords. It's kind of like you don't really feel like you even have a place to make that decision. So that's definitely not the truth, because this is your life, and I want you to remember that this is your life. You have to make the decisions for yourself and be responsible for them, right? And get, you know, people are going to look at you and say you made this decision yourself. So if that's the case, then it better be something that you wanted to do, right? Because if it's not, then it's like, why did you even do it? And now you're being held responsible for it. So might as well enjoy what you're actually doing and being held responsible for, because it's going to be coming on you anyway, you know? And this is also talking about collaboration. So work with others. Like, don't be isolated. Don't feel like you have to do everything yourself, and don't feel like you have to be closed off, because really that's how you kind of miss out on life. You want to be connected to people. You want to be enjoying other people's experiences with your own. You know, that's how you create memories. That's how you create, you know, good connections in life. And that's how you meet other people and have good experiences with them. And so you just have to enjoy every moment, you guys. Not every moment is enjoyable. I get that. But it's kind of like you have to reach out and not isolate, even though that's what the world kind of wants us to do right now, is get away, distance from each other. But it's not needed, really. I mean, you know, in certain ways it is, but in certain ways it never really is. Even though I have to be isolated right now, literally. Well, I don't have to be, but I'm not. Thankfully, there's other people I live with, but be careful what you wish for, too, because you just might get it, and you do have to, you know, when you wish for something and you get something, you get all of it. It's not just the good, but it's the bad, too. It's the cons and the pros, so there's going to be some good and bad to everything, right? Are you sure you want to deal with the bad side too? Because I have a feeling no. I have a feeling you don't want to deal with the bad side, because here we see the Knight of Wands, is talking about a person who's like not committed to something for very long, you know, and they're disappointed with what they're getting. Thank you. Oh, that's nice. Now, do you mean like since I have COVID? Or like just now? Like just because I moved? Or that's funny. Okay, no, but thank you. So yeah, there's disappointment here. There's you know, somebody's doing what we said not to do. Well, we didn't say not to do it. We just said look at the bright side. This person's laser focused on the negative here. See these cups that are knocked down? Laser focused on that. He can't even see these two cups back here, these two opportunities he still has to make something happen for himself. He's just looking at the spilled milk or the spilled cups, you know, whatever that is. And you know, he didn't even really, can I just touch on that really quick? He didn't even really give it a chance. Like, he just got over it really quick, you know, very passionate about it at first, very passionate. Like, oh yeah, I'm all in, this is what I want to do the rest of my life kind of passion. Like, oh, that's the person I'm going to call to promote this because they are all about this. They live their life this way. They're like shouting about it and they're stoked on it. It's like they can get anyone to join in on this because how passionate they are. And then they're like, okay, I'm bored, next, you know, and it's like, well, what happened? You know, now they're disappointed because they didn't follow through with it. I bet you that's why. So you guys, in all of your dealings right now, if you have ideas, if you have projects, if you have things you want to be doing, try it out and seek it, like, push through to the end, you know, even if you don't end up liking it or you feel like, oh, I regret it, whatever, just be happy that you actually finished it through and that you know now that you don't want to ever do that again, or that maybe that wasn't such a great idea or whatever, you know, but try to give it a chance before you just give up on it, because you could be disappointed later that you didn't even give it a chance. You never know if you know, would have liked it or not. So try to push through on your projects and your endeavors now. Try to, you know, try to make things happen and try to see it to the end. Hi. Okay. Perfect. Perfect timing because we were just finished with that collective. Okay. Did you want to post your question now, or did you post it in here? Well, I guess I can check. But if you didn't post your question, then go ahead and post it now. And thank you, by the way. Definitely will get ready for your question now. Well, I'm ready for you, so go ahead and post. I'm going to check really quick if you posted it in here. You did not. Okay, so just waiting on you to post it. You said, I want to know my current energies in love with regards to a Taurus. Okay. A Taurus person. Okay. Taurus person. Ooh. Taurus card. That's the Taurus card right there. And also the commitment and marriage card. But we're not necessarily seeing a marriage yet. We're just seeing this Taurus person, right? So we're connecting pretty well, I'd say, right? That's what we're, you know, we're resonating here. We're getting close. Excuse me. So tell me about this Taurus person. My current energy is in love with regards to a Taurus. Taurus. Tell me about this Taurus person's energies right now. Their current energies now. Tell me about this Taurus person's energies now. Currently. Okay. There is some disappointment in love. I think somebody made a move too quick, or maybe something is moving too fast, or there's disappointment in their past relationships, and so they're not wanting to move this one too fast. There's definitely a lot of negativity from the start here, and I hate to say that, but with this card, remember we just saw this one, the Five of Cups here, so he's laser focused on the negative, right? On the past is what we can say too, because these cups that are knocked over, he doesn't even see these two cups behind him that are still standing, you know, ready to take another chance, ready to take another leap. He can go to that bridge that's right behind him in the distance. He can take these two cups and go across the bridge and see that castle. He can find uncharted territory and he can go and have a new experience, but instead he's focused. Hi, Kara, or Kara. Kara. He is focused on the negative and on the past too, on something that has already happened. Cups that are knocked over. He can't do anything about that. Oh well, he's still got these two cups here next to him, doesn't even see him. So he's laser focused on the negative here from the start. And I do have a feeling that that's probably not your fault. Probably has nothing to do with you. It probably has something to do with his past relationships, or maybe even it has something to do with your past together. It's possible. But it definitely has to do with love, because here we do have the Lovers. But this could also represent a Gemini, so I would say either it's representing a Gemini who was a past lover, maybe you're a Gemini if it's you, maybe they're a Gemini, or wait, Taurus. Maybe you're a Gemini if it's you, and it could be both, you know, but either way, it's regarding love. So what we're talking about here is the Page of Wands. It could be a younger fire sign person, which could be you. I think so. I mean, I couldn't. Some people in my house have it, and I really didn't think I had it. I mean, for the whole, I really was like, I believed I didn't, but then today I couldn't taste anything, and I was like, okay, I think it's safe to say I have it. Like, it's the weirdest thing in the world to not be able to taste something. Like, when they say you can't taste, like, you don't, you're like, oh, really? I can't, like, I really can't. It's weird. Like, you're like, why am I eating it? It's almost pointless. It's really weird. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's the case. I mean, I know I'm sick, but I really didn't think I had it, but I'm guessing I do now for sure, because I couldn't taste anything and I was just like, this is really creepy. So and the person I live with is like, yeah, we all have it, but I'm like, no, I don't. But I guess so, because that's one of the things they say, you know. It's weird, but you know, strangely enough, I'm feeling a lot better though than I was the past few days. But and the people in my house are feeling a lot better too, thank God, because it was pretty bad for one of them. In the beginning, you know, she had COVID pneumonia, and I mean, she still has it, but it's like getting better, getting a lot better. So thank God for that. Yeah. So I'm sorry about that. Basically, somebody either moved. This could be about a younger fire sign person, which would be Aries, Leo, Sag. And if not, it could be both as well. But if not as well, it could be talking just about you know, the energy of the card, which would be somebody who kind of made a move too soon, like did something too quickly, to where they maybe regret it now, or maybe they're just kind of wanting to slow things down. It's kind of like someone who's acting without thinking. Like, it's the younger energy of the fire. So it's like, you know, fire in general is very like, you know, I'm just gonna go and get it, but like, it's younger, so it's immature. It's not, it's premature. I like to say with this card a lot of times, premature, like it was too soon, or it was too fast, or it was too without thinking. You know, it was just kind of like something where and like I was saying in the beginning, I feel like maybe this, what it's saying here with these three cards together, the message is kind of like, because of the disappointment in the past for their, either your relationship now, if it had a past, or it's talking about somebody else completely, but definitely talking about love here, or a lover. Basically, they don't want to move too fast now, or maybe they feel like they don't really know how to approach it, you know, because they don't want to make the same mistakes again, or they don't want to like make a mistake again. It's kind of like something that happened that was very disappointing. They're very disappointed in it now, and again, they're focused on this negative. They're not really seeing how this relationship differs from that one, and that it doesn't have to be the same. Even if you do the same things, they could be completely different, right? So they're kind of focused on like, it's kind of like like a very like a, I don't want to say closed-minded, but it's like they're just like one track minded. They're just so focused on this idea that because their past relationship was disappointing because of whatever, now they just don't want to make that same mistake again. So they're going to kind of be like slowing it down a bit, not really trying to reach out too much, not really trying to make anything kind of move too quickly. And if it is moving very quickly, I feel like that kind of worries them, because obviously there was all this disappointment in the past and they're kind of seeing it as negative. Like they're still not able to really see it as something that just happened and it's in the past, you know? It's kind of like always at risk that it could happen again. I feel like they're trying to do things differently this time, even if you guys have a lot of passion, because this is kind of what that does represent at the same time, because it's like, it's passion, but it's like without thinking, you know? So a lot of times in love, that's kind of how it is. It's like we don't think about it too much, you know? We kind of just feel it, and then it's like, whoa, you know, how did I get here? But so basically they could be having some fears, and you may not be feeling this right now from them, you know, from their energy. It may not seem obvious, but it just seems like, you know, there's a lot of disappointment from their past here, and they're just kind of trying to get past that, get over that, not do the same thing again. So let's see what your energy towards them is, if we can, really quick, so I can kind of know what's going on here for you guys. And then we'll touch on what's, you know, any advice or anything we need to know. I mean, I think that's probably something you needed to know. It seems like you didn't really know that about the person. So let's see, anything else? Well, let's see your energy toward them. And how do you feel about this entire situation regarding this Taurus? Well, obviously they're in love. Anything we need to know about her energy towards him? Ooh, well, we dropped about half the deck here. That's okay. Okay. Let me just get all my cards together. Slinky deck. Have I shown you guys the Slinky deck yet? I know I have, but this deck is like a Slinky in each hand. Apparently it's 100% plastic, but it's slippery as fuck. It's super slippery. Okay. Let's see for you. What is your energy towards this Taurus? Okay. Well, we see someone closed off, taking a break, and someone trying to take responsibility, which is interesting. So maybe there is a past between you. It seems like there's offers. Maybe you don't see it. Like, you don't see how they are approaching you, or you don't see how they are trying. You just don't see it. Because with this, it kind of tells me you're not really accepting, you're not giving or taking any of their offers, or any offers at all from anyone. So, especially in regards to them. So even if you feel like you are connecting with the person, it's kind of interesting this would come up. I feel like maybe they're trying to send you messages. They're trying, not literally, but they're trying to like say things. They're trying to like imply, or they're trying to like, you know, flirt, or they're trying to like, you know, make something happen, and you're not seeing that. So they're kind of feeling a bit rejected by you. They're feeling kind of like you're not picking up on the vibe there, whatever they're trying to lay down. And there is some kind of a break, or some kind of like a rest period. So to me, I feel like if this hasn't happened yet, it's going to be happening soon. And basically what it is there's going to be some distance between you, whether that's physical, just, you know, when you got, if it's not physical and you guys are together, it will be like there's a distance, like in the energy in general, like the mental, the communication, the emotional. And somebody is being called to take responsibility for something. So someone, you know, there's something here. Maybe it's because you're picking up on the vibe of them feeling disappointed, and they're kind of coming off weird, and then you're saying like, oh, it's all your fault that basically we're not connecting right now. And they're going, well, no, it's your fault because basically you're not really you know, taking any of my offers here. You're not really like accepting anything. You're kind of just rejecting every single little move I make. So you guys, there's a lack in communication. And I think that's why the Queen of Swords is there. You see how her hand was out. Her hand was out and she's going, you know, fess up, own up, you know, take responsibility for this. And I think there's a break in communication. That's why you both are kind of feeling the same way, but you both don't feel like it's that way. You know, like it's kind of like you're both not seeing the way that the clash is happening. It's funny because you come to me, it doesn't seem like this is an issue, but that's probably why there's that breaking. That's why I'm saying you guys are probably not realizing it's each other. You know, you think it's the other person kind of being distant or being closed off or detached or whatever, but really that's, you guys are both thinking the same thing. You guys are both thinking that's each other. So you guys need to like pick it up and be big on, you know, don't just kind of like tell each other what's up, you know, like you guys are tripping over nothing. There's nothing to worry about here. I think you guys are both just worried that each other doesn't like each other enough, or you're not picking it up, or you're not understanding, or you're not, you know, catching the vibe. But it's like, you guys, you're fine. You're fine. You're just kind of tripping. How silly. Okay, let's see. Any advice for these two? What do we need to know in regards to this next week or this next month? Okay, so somebody's a little angry. There is something getting in the way of happiness here, and it could be something related to, I feel like it is one of you rather than somebody else, but there is a nasty energy here of somebody who wants to win at all costs. Like there's some, like, there's like a revenge to be paid back, and it's really getting in the way of your guys' happiness. This actually came up upside down. I don't do reversals, but if I did, that would make sense, right? Because your happiness is being, basically jeopardized by this kind of a mindset. And somebody here is angry and bitter, and it could have nothing at all to do with, you know, you guys together, and maybe it has nothing, maybe it's an outside thing, but somebody is picking up on this energy and it's really ugly, and somebody wants to win. And we all know in relationships there is no room for somebody to win because it's not a competition. It's not a game. You know, no one's going to win, no one's going to lose. And if you see it that way, you know, one or both of you, if you see it that way, either way, if it's one of you or if it's both of you, you're both going to lose, because it doesn't work that way in relationships. It will in happy ones, right? It's got to be both. It's got to be equal. It can't be about winning or losing, because there's no winning or losing. It's not a game. So basically here, somebody's like angry and bitter. It could have nothing to do with you guys. Could be something outside. Could be something having to do with you. Let's look into this more, but it's definitely jeopardizing your happiness together. And I feel like you guys, there's still that lack in communication. There's a breakdown here that happens. Let's figure out why this happens. Why is this happening here? What is this from? Why did this begin? What is the Two of Swords? Who's holding them back from being able to make a decision or see their authority in making a decision? Okay. Somebody feels trapped by this situation because somebody offered love and or something, a connection. Somebody offered something. The Cup, you know, Knight on the white horse. Right? Coming in, offering you his love, but then somebody felt trapped by that, or they felt like their hands were tied. Maybe they felt like they didn't have a choice in the matter. Maybe they felt like they didn't really know what else to do, or they had to do a certain thing that they didn't necessarily want to do. Or it just makes them feel like they are limited. Something about a younger earth sign person. Is this person younger than you? And are you an earth sign? If this person is older than you, are you an earth sign as well? Are you an earth sign as well? You said he's not younger and you're air. Okay, so we're not talking about an earth sign then. We're talking about a project the early stages of a project, maybe a message saying focus on your security, money, stability. There's something here like a project. Maybe this felt like a project. It felt like a job. It felt like something that was not, or there was a mutual goal here to reach stability at some point. Obviously, we had that marriage card in the beginning. So maybe that was something of a dream for both of you, like something where, yeah, we could be leading to something more committed here. Maybe this would be kind of almost like a project, you know, like something that we could build on. What is the Page of Pentacles here for? Exactly. See, Four of Pentacles. Talking about basically, you know, building that foundation. That's what I was just saying. It's talking about building a foundation. It's like, you know, every dime that you guys earn, you're wanting to build and, you know, save up for a car, a house, or something that's going to make your relationship more stable and help you guys to like live in a way that's more comfortable and like so that you're able to do your lives, you know, instead of like it being a struggle. So you guys are trying to build together. This will be a committed relationship. It's not already. Or if not already, I feel like that's the thing here, is that you both have that shared goal that you want it to be committed and you want it to you want to build together. But there's a breakdown in communication, and that's probably because you're both fixed signs. No, I'm kidding. I mean, it could be, but not just that. But somebody feels trapped here, and somebody kind of feels limited. Like there's only so much they could do. Maybe somebody's a bit controlling, or somebody's making someone feel limited. I mean, maybe it's not. Maybe it's the person who feels limited who needs to stop feeling so limited, because it's, you know, there's no reason to feel limited. But somebody is feeling limited regardless. I mean, either way. So you have to ask yourself if that's you, and if it is, are you comfortable being in a long-term relationship? And if you are, then you have to ask yourself if it's them, and they have to ask themselves if it's them. But I mean, you should ask them if it's them, because you guys need to have a conversation. But it's kind of like interesting because it doesn't need to be this way. Like, I feel like there's no reason to feel limited. You guys don't need to feel like you can't do anything you could have done single or together. You know, if you guys want to build together, fine. There's no reason to have to hold back or not do something that you were going to do already, you know? I don't understand why somebody feels limited here. It doesn't seem like there's anything limiting you. It seems like you guys both want the same things. Maybe there's just that breakdown in communication. Somebody's clashing. There's a lack of communication. Because you're here. And you're not talking about it. And that's not going to work, is it? You need to have a conversation straight up and real with this person, because obviously you guys want the same things, but somebody's feeling limited. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, then obviously it's not you, right? But this should be a committed relationship. I just don't, there's some kind of like breakdown in communication that needs to be addressed. You said, yes, there's an issue with communication. I stopped talking. Well, that's not going to help. And now I'm not sure if it's okay what I did. Well, you got to talk. You got to be able to have that conversation and know if it's the right thing to do. You know, you don't just stop talking to a person and leave them up in the air. I mean, you have your reasons, I'm sure, but if you want to know what's going on or if it was the right decision, maybe you need to have a conversation with them instead of not talking to them, you know? Have a conversation and say, look, this is what I'm worried about. These are my, you know, issues here. What do you think about this? And however they respond, and then you'll have, you know, the answer. If they're going to be mad or he's a little problematic if I go to him. Well, that's definitely not good. So then you know if you really can be with a person like that or not, if they're willing to receive what you're saying, or if it's just they're making you feel limited. It's better he comes, try again. You could wait. You could wait. But then you're wasting your life. If you want to wait, I mean, you can. There's no one that's to say that he'll ever come back and try again. You never know. So, I mean, you might as well try. And if not, then you might as well move on. I mean, but it's up to you what you do. I just think, like, that's kind of silly. But you could wait. You could wait. I just think it's kind of a waste of life, you know? Why don't you just put it out there and tell him how it is? And however he responds, then you'll have your answer. Then you'll know what you need to know about if it can work or not, you know? Like, why wait to see if he'll come around and say what you need him to say? It's like, that may never happen. Okay. Yeah, well, you know, you could do whatever you want to do. You know, you definitely can. You could do whatever you want to do, and I'm not here to tell you what to do. I just think that, you know, you'd be wasting your life if you just waited to see if he would come back. He may never come back. He may never say anything, and when if he does, right, it may not be exactly what you want to hear, and then it would be like, well, I waited for all of this, like, for what, you know, for this to be not what I wanted to hear. So, I mean, might as well do whatever you want, but I just think, you know, how is he supposed to know what you really want, what you're really thinking? Unless you kind of just put it out there, you know? Because he's probably like, I don't even know what's going on. Dudes are stupid. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. My boyfriend's like, like, why would you say that? Like, don't roll your eyes. No, I'm kidding. Okay. That was funny. Am I wrong? No, I'm kidding. Tell me I'm wrong. Correct me. Boys are smart. Okay, we'll go with that one. We'll go with that one. No, I'm kidding. Oh my god. Who's this? Okay. Did you donate, hun? How do you pronounce that? XN or Zen or... Thank you. Yeah, no, I will. I am. Definitely. I'm getting a lot better. It's just today I couldn't taste anything. It was weird. It's strange when you can't taste anything. It's weird. Like, you're like... But I really thought we were getting better. We are. I mean, I think. It's just, you know, I guess it's kind of getting worse. I don't really know. I hope it doesn't get any worse. But, you know, we are taking care. So, thank you. We definitely will keep doing that. I've been sleeping a lot. That's why I'm up so late right now. Thank you. Yeah, I definitely will. It's no joke out there, dog. Really? Okay, well, I feel like I kind of remember that. Like, I don't want to, like, you know, say I didn't say that, because I feel like I do remember that for you, because I was like, who is that? But, yeah, me too. Me too. Thank you. Yeah, I will, I'm sure. We will. But let's go ahead, because I believe you. I know that there was something like that, so. What is your question, hon? Oh, you already said it, didn't you? Let's see. Okay. I'd like you to tell me about my career. How will it be in a year or two? Career, year two. Career in a year two. Career in a year two. Well, you'll be working with others. It'll be, whoa, okay. So be careful what you wish for, right? Because you just might get it, right? So with this thing that you want to do right now, there's something that you really would like to do for a job or career, and it's probably going to be something that you'll be able to do, but there's going to be cons to it. Just like there's pros, there's cons, and you may not be ready to really, you may not know or really understand exactly what those are and how difficult they are going to be, because it seems like it gets to a point where you're kind of like feeling like, oh, maybe it was the wrong move, maybe I shouldn't have done this, like I didn't know it was going to be this way. We do see collaboration with others. I wonder if it has something to do with those others that you're having this, because it's a feeling of being abandoned and left out. So it's almost like you were left on a decision, or there was some kind of idea, maybe a project, maybe credit wasn't given to you that was supposed to be yours. It was a quick move. So yeah, it did have to do with another person, I would say, because it's talking about a person you felt very connected to, and this is not talking about love since we're talking about career. I mean, it could, I guess, have to do with love, but really here I feel like it's more saying there was a connection, like you felt like very, like you guys saw eye to eye, Like you guys saw it eye to eye. You had a lot of the same, ideas and visions for your projects, and it was, seemingly a good thing. But at the end of the day, there was a quick move, a quick decision. Something came in real quick. No one had any, chance to really like see it coming or stop it from coming. And somebody was left out in the cold because of that. So somebody took a job offer, somebody took the credit for an idea, somebody took a move or a chance, or, made a decision without you. You said you're correct, but me and that person fell out a while ago. Well, this isn't a year or two, remember? So maybe this is something else. And you never know, you guys could have a new beginning here again, right? Was it a water sign person? I'm getting water here. I'm getting Queen of Cups and the Empress. So it could be a new beginning between you guys, maybe because it's a relationship based off something nurturing. Maybe you guys were like close friends as well. Or there was some kind of motherly aspect to the person, or the person made you feel safe, comfortable. They were that shoulder to cry on. They were a person who was emotionally supportive. And also the money. Look at this, Queen of Cups and King of Pentacles. So there was definitely money involved here, or there will be. Obviously we're talking about career, finances, and this is something that is, you're ending up feeling left in the cold. So somebody, like I said, took a decision or made a move, took an action, maybe took the credit for something. You guys had a lot of the same ideas and a lot of the same, like where you were going, you were on the same page about things. So when this shit hits the fan, I feel like the other person probably was the one who made a decision or took the credit or kind of took a job and didn't include you in it and left you behind. So you may, maybe you started a business with your friend, let's just say, for example. You start a business with your friend, you guys are on the same page, and, it starts picking up business really quick. Then soon, something comes in really quick. No one has time to really see it coming. No one knew it was coming. When it comes, you guys don't really have time to even know what to do, and somebody just takes the offer. Yeah, no, that was my idea. Yeah, I'd love to take that job. Okay, yes, great. When can I start? Your business goes into shambles because this person moves on without you. And because they just wanted to make the money, and they're like, yeah, it was my idea. This person had nothing to do with it. It was just me. And now they're off to bigger and better things, and you're left with your business. It's just you, and they left, and they're doing better because they took the credit. Like something like that, where you're feeling left out in the cold here. You guys saw eye to eye, but now you're feeling left out in the cold. I feel like they took the credit, or they took a job, or they did something where they did not include you. You guys were on the same page before, and they just went over your head. So be careful with that. I would say with this, what you should probably think about, like, to maybe help yourself not have that affect you so much in the future, if that does, you know, end up happening in that way, you know, or something similar to that example. Always have your own back. I cannot stress that enough. Always have your own back. Even if you see eye to eye with the person, you trust the person. Oh my God. Victor. Dude, look on my chat right now. Hi, Zachary. Thanks for joining us. Do you have a question? Oh my God. Are you from, what's that website called? What's it called? Hang on. IP2 always wins. I think that's what it's called. IP2 always wins. Is that where you're from? It is, You guys, let's welcome Zachary. I don't think I've seen you before. Are you a subscriber? You should be. We welcome you. Yeah, you're totally from that website. I can tell. I can tell your style. I can tell his style. One of these days, you guys, we will have to look it up, and I'll show you exactly what the whole website's about. And they're great. No, I love them. I love them. So yeah, join. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, I'm going to show you on the stream for everyone to see. Oh, wait. No, not that one. This one. Yeah, this one. So everybody say hi. Say hi to Zachary, you guys. He wants attention tonight. So, moving on. Okay. What was I saying? Crap. Dang it. So yeah, always have your own back. Make sure that, even if you do see eye to eye with a person, make sure you have your own back. Make sure you're prepared for, like, what if somebody wanted to take the credit? Like, what would their motive be? Would they do that? Would somebody, like, you never know if somebody's going to do that. And, like, if your business starts booming, you have to really start taking these steps and making sure that you have your own back covered, because somebody could get greedy and somebody could become one of those people that wants to just take all the credit for it. I mean, why wouldn't they? Especially when business gets booming. You know, so be careful with all of this. You said be careful with what you wish for. What did you mean by that? I meant, like, whatever, like, if you feel like you have some certain, like, idea that you want to go after right now, like you have some kind of job or some kind of, like, career in mind right now, like you're like, that would be my dream. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, that could happen. But here's the thing, like, especially if it's something where you'd, like, have your own business, or you'd have your own kind of, like, you know, business with a friend, or, you know, just with somebody who's like a, just like one other person, or I don't know, like, how you're seeing it in your head, but maybe it's like your own business or some kind of idea that you have. Maybe you don't even think of other people being involved, but I feel like there is going to be other people involved. At least one person, and this one person could end up trying to take all the credit. So just be careful with that. You know, like I said, have your own back, and just make sure that, you know, you remember that you're part of this process, you're part of this business. And if you meet somebody who's just like you, just don't trust too easily. I mean, yeah, that's great. You know, you can have a friend, you can meet somebody who's just like you, business related, and everything's great. That's awesome. Nothing wrong with that. But it's just that if, you know, you don't know this person, like, even if you know them very well, when people start making money, sometimes they change, you know, and they get kind of greedy. So just be careful with that, okay? Just make sure you have your own back. Make sure you take the credit for everything that's yours, and that you include the person on their ideas that they've, you know, on their contributions. Don't be that person who I'm talking about, you know, include them. Don't take the credit for their shit, you know. Be fair. Try to have your own back, though. I just meant that, you know, whatever this dream is, whatever you're really wanting to do, you just might be able to do that. But there are cons to the situation too. You have to, you know, it's not just all going to be good. It's going to be, there's going to be a bad side to it as well, you know? So you just have to be careful with whatever that bad side is. It might end up being you left out in the cold, you know, you kind of being abandoned by the person that, you know, you had this like, that you and this person had this like idea, a shared idea or a shared dream or a shared thought or a shared goal, you know, and you guys kind of were on the same page with it. But now it's kind of like, I mean, but then it kind of turns into like somebody gets greedy and somebody kind of wants to take the credit and just take everything for themselves and leave you behind with nothing. So just be careful with that. Be careful with who you trust. Could be a Capricorn person. This would be the devil here. The devil character here, which is basically like a something toxic about it, you know, something that's kind of underneath, kind of shady, you know. You may not feel this until later. You may not know until it fucking happens, you know. So just be careful with that. But it seems like you got some kind of business idea that's going to be booming. Like it's going to work out. And then you could meet somebody too that's pretty on your level about it. It's just like, don't give them your everything and, you know, your bank account number and, I mean, you know, your PIN, your social security. Like, don't trust them all the way, you know. Just make sure you know to have your own back through the whole thing. Even if this person just seems like the coolest thing ever, and just like the most trustworthy, best business partner you could ever ask for, just know that it could turn sour real quick, and you don't want that. So, you know, you never know. And just have your own back. I don't know how to take this off. Like, I don't know how to take this off. Here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. For sure, for sure. Okay. Anyone else here have a question? You guys have questions? Let me know. I'll be here. Let me know if you guys have a question. You can donate. All the information for that is in the description. So check that out below this video and let me know. Donate if you have a question. Ah! This is called the Slinky deck. It's 100% plastic, and it's like holding Slinkies in your hands. It gets kind of wild. And sometimes we have to pick up the whole deck off the ground because it goes everywhere. You did? Aw. Okay, let me guys know if you have a question, or let me guys know. Let me know if you guys have a question. And I'd love to answer it for you, okay? You can donate in the description. All the information's there. Very simple, laid out for you. So please let me know if you guys have a question you want to ask. I'm here. And I'd love to answer it for you guys, okay? So let's do this. That's okay. It's cold in here. It's freezing. This deck is kind of hard to shuffle, but I love this deck still. If you want to. Aren't you cold? I'm kind of cold. Maybe it's just me. Me, or where am I from? Okay. Ooh. Somebody needs to make a decision. I think I know who it is. No, I don't know who it is, but it could be anybody. But someone needs to make a decision. Somebody's going to be taking action pretty soon here. 5 of Pentacles. So somebody's getting left out in the cold. Hope it's not me. California. Cali. Well, what about your love life? Let's look into that. Yeah? Can we do that? Let's do that. Let's look into his love life. Okay, let's see. Does he have one? Okay. Yeah, California. Okay. Oh, well, you have the opportunity for one. Here's the thing. You have the opportunity for one. Ace of Wands here. But like all opportunities, right, we can miss opportunities. My nose is all like red right here because I've been wearing a mask all the time. It's like all dried. Anyway, you can have one. but you can miss opportunities too. So you could miss one as well. You can miss this opportunity. Here's the thing. You're so random. You're definitely from that website. Don't even lie. Don't even lie. I'm gonna put it on blast real quick. I know, because that's how these people talk. I love it. You know how I found you guys? I think this is the one. I'm not sure. I think it is. But you know how I found you guys, your website? I was looking at my analytics and I saw there's like 3%, like 3% came to my channel from that website. And I was like, what's this website? It was like, never heard of this before. So I go to it and oh my God. I was like, wow, that's sad. But I mean, I thought it was cool. Like when you guys come and join, I'm like, cool, you know? Like I'm down. The more the merrier. I'm down for people to be here talking, you know. It's like, what's up? You guys bring me more viewers. That's cool with me, you know. I'm cool with it. Yeah, check it out. It's your style. You should if you don't know about that website, I'm gonna be so shocked and you should join them. Because you're just like them. Like it's you have to be from them. I just know it. I just know it. You can't lie to me. I know how you guys are. I was one of you. No, I'm kidding. I was never one of you. But I know that you're from that website. That's just how you guys are. Can't joke. Can't lie. I already know. So, your love life, though, you could have an opportunity. If you would take the opportunity, then you could really have an opportunity here. But why do I feel like you're not going to take it? Why do I feel like maybe you don't even think that you have a chance with this person? Let's see. A Cancer? No, you have a chance. You just don't see it. Okay, I don't even know that. Maybe you do see it. I feel like you don't. But it keeps telling you that you're going to take action or that you can, that you should, you know, that you can move forward in that direction. Take a fucking leap for once. What is your sign? Well, wait, don't tell me. Don't even tell me yet. If it's not Cancer, 10 of Pentacles, Judgment. So you're worried about like a person having their shit together, or maybe that you don't have your shit together, or maybe if you do have your shit together, which I doubt because you wouldn't be here doing this, but no offense, but not to say, I mean, you wouldn't be here saying random shit is what I mean, you know, like you'd be here making sense, but just saying, but is, you know, unless you're just, yeah, no, you wouldn't. So you're worried that maybe you don't have much to offer, or that somebody doesn't have much, like you want somebody with their shit together. Maybe you want somebody who can take care of you. I don't know, but I feel like more it's like you don't have much to offer, and you don't really think that you're able to I'm not even talking shit. Like 10 of Pentacles is like success, money, like all the way around, everything, your shit together, good. And Judgment. So I feel like the reason that you don't want to take this leap here, and maybe the reason you don't think that you can like move towards this person, you will have the opportunity to do this. Like there's always an opportunity every second of the day as long as we're alive. But at this, there will be a specific moment that is a better opportunity than other times. And whether or not you're willing to take that opportunity, you should know when it is. You know, you'll just like, it should be obvious, you know, when like, okay, now go, you know, ask her. But it seems like you don't really want to do that, or like you don't really, maybe you have fears. I mean, it's not really saying fears, it's just saying 10 of Pentacles and Judgment. So I feel like maybe you feel like until you have your shit together enough, like you can't really offer somebody something like that. And here we have you being closed off, you kind of like not giving or taking any offers. So I feel like you're going to miss the opportunity. You're weighing your options here. Maybe you don't want to be in a relationship. Maybe you just want to be single. Maybe you just kind of like that lifestyle more, or you feel better and more comfortable in it. Like, because here you're weighing your options. Like one thing is just as important as the other almost. So it's, you know, it's kind of difficult to choose one because you'd have to sacrifice one for the other. So you're kind of like, what do I want to do more? Be single or be in a relationship, and all the stuff that there is along with that. I don't really know if I want to do all that. So that's part of it, you know. Let's see what else you have here. Or maybe you just don't think that you have what it takes. I don't know. Let's ask the Romance Angels Oracle. What's going to happen within your love life in the next year? In the next year. By 2022. She looks worried, huh? Sugar. Hi, baby. Hi, Sugar. She's all. (2022). Hi, Bright. Hi, Levin. How are you guys? What is Zachary's love life going to look like within the next year? Within the next year. By 2022. Tell me about his love life situation. Okay. He's on my thing, so talking to him. Us. Let's see. What is going to happen here for his love life? What did I say? This card always comes out when somebody isn't feeling good enough, okay? So this is why I tell you, you deserve love. You are lovable. And this comes out because usually somebody doesn't know that. And I'm telling you this because remember, you didn't feel right when you finish. I'll donate. Stupid. Okay, I'm not done yet. Okay, so do whatever you want to do. So yeah, here you go. You deserve love. And the reason that's coming out, Zach, is because you don't feel good enough. You don't feel like you deserve it. You don't feel like you're enough. And really, you are. For the right person, you are. You're enough, buddy. So stop thinking that. No, but really, that comes out when somebody, doesn't really see their worth or see that they're good enough. So I think that's very fitting for you. You are good enough, bro. And give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnerships. You're going to have a partnership here that you're going to have to work on because, you may have this tendency to want to run away or to just kind of like fuck it off, like whatever, then fuck you, or like whatever, then, you just don't get it, or like it's your fault, it's you, not me. Like that's that person, and I didn't do anything wrong and it's them and, whatever the case is. It's basically talking about, okay, give your relationship a chance because you could really have something here. It's just you're kind of like too quick. You're too much wanting to like go the opposite direction, escape, or just do something where it's like you may regret it. I mean, this could be a good relationship and you just need to work on it a little longer. Like give it a chance, You never know what you could have here. It could really be a loving situation. Just got to give it a chance. You deserve love just like everybody else. And so does this person, Oh, you have a situation here. All right, so here we go. First of all, the first thing I saw was reconciliation. So give your relationship a chance. Looks like you do that, right? Someone from your past is returning to your life. So give your relationship a chance, right? You deserve love. Give your relationship a chance. Reconciliation. Okay, check. Then flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Is there another person? Because deception, someone's wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So you could, I feel like almost like you meet someone else. Like you meet someone else, you start flirting a bit, and then it's like deception plays a part. I don't know if it's on you, if you do it, or if somebody does it to you. But looks like there's other people involved possibly. That's just kind of what I feel from that, which, you know, could come out any way it comes out, but it seems like flirt. That would be like some other person coming around or being around or something. Okay, Carmen. Thank you, Carmen. Okay. I didn't listen and I texted anyway, but it didn't create a tower moment. Okay. So the thing about the tower is that it's still going to happen. Or maybe it happened recently before this whole thing happened. Here's the thing with the tower. So, but usually when I see the tower, it's kind of like something you can't prevent. You know what I mean? Like you can try. And the thing that you can do too, like, have you started making changes in your life? That's possible. Maybe you started making some of those changes we talked about. You know, you said you're like, yeah, I know what the changes are. I know I need to make some changes. Like we all know what these changes are that we should be making that we don't make, right? So if you started doing some of those, like if you started making some of those changes, or you started to like allow life to happen instead of like trying to control it or resist change, or like try to force things to happen that weren't really happening, you tried to just push them and make them happen, and it kind of was like uncomfortable. People just did it because they kind of like didn't want to like make you mad or something. You know, you try to push things, or you try to like or you didn't try to resist things, or I mean you tried to resist things. If you didn't try to resist anything, any changes, and you started making some changes, then that's why the tower wouldn't seem so obvious to you, because you're kind of working it out. You know, if you didn't do that, you obviously did, because if you feel like the tower didn't happen, then obviously you've been making some changes, so it's not as uncomfortable for you because you're starting to make the changes yourself, which is why the tower is there. So that's kind of what the whole purpose of it is, you know? You said, but I created the tower moment, not the text. Wait, it created a tower moment. I created it, but the text didn't. You were accurate, but we didn't go into detail. You're gonna have to elaborate on that. I don't remember, like, just bear with me, because I don't remember exactly what we talked about last time. Like, I don't always remember things, because, you know, when I'm doing a reading, it's just kind of like I'm doing it in the moment, you know? I don't remember, like, everybody's situation. So just, you know, if you feel like there's something you want to remind me, I mean, you don't have to. We can just start from the top if you'd like. But if you'd like, you can refresh my memory on that, and we can go from there. Because I don't honestly remember what we said, or what I said, or what we talked about exactly. Like, I really don't remember. So you're gonna have to tell me. Oh, that's a good one. True. I'm saying unnecessary stuff. You didn't say who was going to create it, but it happened is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so wait, I thought you said it didn't happen though. The tower moment. Isn't that what you said? I don't know, but what is your question? Because we'll look into that. If it did create a tower moment, just don't resist change right now. And if it didn't, then it looks like you're starting to create those changes, or make those changes. Right. Because you didn't make those changes, or there's changes you need to make you didn't make. That's why the tower moment is created. So the text itself, oh, I remember now. So the text itself, you were like, should I text the person? And then I was like, it's going to create a tower moment because I was guessing that the person's not going to react well to it, or maybe they just won't say anything and you won't react well to it, or something like that. And then that will create a tower moment. But that's because whatever's happening, the dynamic between you guys right now needs to change. And you're not changing that. You're wanting it, you know, you keep doing the same thing, wanting, you know, something out of it that's not happening. And so that could create the tower moment. You're very right. You did create the tower moment, or, you know, you would be the one creating it anyway, because you're the one who kind of has to experience that. So it is up to you to either make changes or to not make changes. And if you don't make changes, it's more likely that the tower is going to come out and try to make those changes for you, you know? That's kind of why it's there. What does Spirit want me to know about Demetrius? Good and bad. You said he's an Aries earlier, right? Okay, Demetrius. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Here we go. Okay. All right. Well, first of all, we have a break here. This is the good, apparently. Let's see. We have a break here. There was either distance or a break, short break between you guys, and I don't know if it's come back together since, but there was some kind of distance or some kind of like break, some kind of rest period between your guys' situation, whatever it is, whatever it may be. But somebody was kind of feeling kind of like left out, not left out, but kind of like maybe ostracized. Like, you see how this person is kind of, the ghosts in the shadow in the background are kind of like pointing at her, making fun of her kind of thing, and she's feeling very down on herself. So I feel like it's kind of the situation where obviously somebody's feeling down, somebody's feeling like they're not good enough, somebody's, you know, it's sleepless nights, a lot of stress, and a lot of worry, and a lot of kind of like tension, and just bad self-talk for sure. Just feeling down on themselves, and then they kind of have to pick back up and take care of everything on their own, and it's very difficult. It's not something that's easy. It's exhausting for sure. So the one thing that we know about this person is that they pick up, you know, when times are tough, they still pick up and they get their shit done, you know, like they take care of their business and they do it on their own. So if that is, you said they were in Aries, right? Yeah, that's kind of, you know, they're able to do things independently usually, and they're kind of like the first person to try something usually. So maybe they're just like the first one to kind of like get it going. You know, they're like, fuck it, I'm not going to wait for somebody to help me or tell me how to do this. I'm just going to do it. Fuck it. You know, even if I'm exhausted, even if I'm the only person here and I feel like I need help, like I'm just going to do something. You know, I'm not going to just sit here. So that's kind of cool. Like they're like survivor mode, I guess. They're a survivor type personality. They're like, they're not going to give up, you know. They're kind of going to keep pushing. They're going to take initiative. What else is good about this person that you want us to know? Okay, so they're actually willing to lend a hand to people who need it. Like they're that person, which is kind of cool. I mean, I don't really see that as Aries very much. Not that Aries don't do that, but it's just like to say that. I mean, but we're not looking at Sun. We're looking at Demetrius, right? He just happens to be a fucking Aries, so. You know, it's funny. Capricorn is the devil in the tarot. Isn't that weird? I'm sorry. Someone's getting a little too serious up my hair. Okay, but yeah, so we see, you know, you can, it's very self-explanatory. The person's kind of giving to the needy here. So it's kind of like you can expect this person to probably lend a hand to you when you need it. Like, you know, if you're going to need a hand whenever this happens, that you're needing a hand, they're probably going to be there and able to help you out with that. Like, they're not going to be like, a selfish dick. I mean, they're going to see that you need help and they're going to want to help you. So they could lend a hand to you. They could be there when you need it. And then also here, you know, this person's kind of like needing to find themselves, which is good. I mean, the thing about this card is that like a lot of people think when they see it, like, I'm like, you need to let them find themselves. And it's like, no, but seriously, because when you think about it, if you let a person go and find themselves, when they come back and you try to like make something happen with them, then it's better because then they know what they want more and they know who they are more. And they're not like trying to find themselves still and getting confused and lost in a relationship that they don't even know what they're doing. Like, it's almost better if you just give them that time. Maybe that's why this was here in the beginning, because it's saying like this little break, this rest period. Maybe they can help you to go on your own solo journey to find yourself, because maybe they've already done that work. Maybe this person's a little bit older than you, and they're going to be able to tell you a thing or two about like life and everything and what you should be doing, like if you're confused, or maybe you're just like seeming like you're falling apart at the seams, and they're like kind of there to go, yeah, you know, you're good, you're just young, or whatever the fuck, you know. I don't know what y'all are talking about in the comments. You guys are crazy. I can't even keep up. I'm not even paying attention, but I'm just seeing it right now. It's just like, what the hell are you guys talking about? Oh, I'm so compelled. So let's see the bad here. If anything, I feel like this person might definitely be able to give you some advice or some kind of guidance. The bad, okay. So, weighing their options here. There was, speaking of, there was something here that happened in the past, I feel like, because, and there would have been a rest period, because now, with this new beginning with the Empress, I don't think this is talking about pregnancy, although it could be. So be careful with that. I don't see how that would be like a bad thing necessarily, though. Like, to say that a pregnancy is a bad thing, in itself is not a bad thing. So I wouldn't really say that that's what that is. But the Empress can mean pregnancy. I don't really see that as that, though, since, you know, regarding what we're asking about, which is the bad side of this person. But it's basically saying to me, like, there's a new beginning, and they're kind of weighing their options on it. So it's kind of like they're, and that's probably because the Eight of Swords is they're feeling stuck, trapped, kind of limited, you know, kind of limited, you know, kind of just like their hands are tied, like they don't, like they're a bit trapped, they're squeezed in. Maybe that has to do with the pregnancy, if there is one. If there is one, right? It's kind of like, but to me it seems like this new beginning, like maybe they're not so sure about it, and they're kind of like not really they're not there all the way. So like, don't, like, yeah, they'll be there to lend a hand like they would for anyone else, but it's just something that they're not like there all the way. See, they're still weighing their options here, so it's kind of like, maybe that's just nothing to do with you. Maybe it's because they feel limited and trapped when they're with one person, or when they're stuck with one thing. And they kind of have to have their options open. Why is this a bad thing? I'm trying to, you know, see it as bad, but that's the only thing you can really come up with here. Oh, weird. Honey, you keep getting Tower. I am telling you right now, there's got to be a Tower coming for you if there hasn't yet. And then we have the Death card here and the King of Cups. So yeah, like, goodbye, Mr. Nice Guy. Whenever I see the King of Cups next to something like the you know, the Death card, or the Ten of Swords, the Devil, or something like negative, I'm like, that doesn't make sense. So to me, it makes me question whether or not the nice guy act was really the nice guy act, or if it was just an act, you know? So here, this bad part of this person is maybe they're non-committal, they're just not in all the way. They're kind of like, you know, they're weighing their options, or they have other options, and they're kind of like exploring those, or kind of weighing out which ones are worth it or which ones aren't. So I would say that they're not there all the way. And that's not something to really depend on. Maybe more as a friend, you know what I mean? Because in the beginning there, how we're seeing like, okay, them being there for you, them being able to lend a hand, give advice and guidance, that's more of like a friend thing. Because here we're seeing how they're not in all the way. probably with much of anything, you know, they're kind of like on their own little, they're on their own path, you know. Oh my god, it's so weird I can't taste anything. They're on their own, they're in their own world, you know what I mean? They're not really committed to much of anything, or really like connected to much of anything. It's kind of like they're on their own path. They're ambitious as fuck though, but it's kind of like they're going towards different things all the time. Like they're not really, and it's not what it seems. Yeah, they're trying to reach a certain goal, and it's kind of like they don't really have anything else in mind. So that's something that you have to keep in mind as well, is that it's not really about, like with this person, it's not really going to be about like you guys. Like they're not very focused on like a relationship with another person. They're kind of focused on their relationship to life and their goals and what they're trying to achieve. And so along the way, they might be helpful to you, but to them, you're not all that important. No offense. Not that you're not important. Not that they want to see anything bad happen to you, but it's just like they're focused on them. They're focused on their goals, and they're focused on when they reach that point, when they're looking at everything and what's come to be and how they've come to the place they're at now, and how much they've built and how much they've created, they're going to be thinking about how they've come to that point, but they're not going to be thinking about like people and like relationship. They're going to be thinking like all that I have accomplished, you know? So they're kind of like on that whole way of life right now. So I would just say like don't get too attached, I guess, because it's not really about that for them. It's more about them and their own selves, which isn't, you know, I mean, I can't say it's like a bad thing. It's just that like if you're wanting like a serious relationship with the person, I would say probably not a good idea to like rely on that person all the way to give you all this happy, like, I mean, not that they can't, but it's just like they're focused on them, which is not a bad thing, but maybe it is for you. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's just you're wanting more than that, and that's fine that you want more than that, but they just can't give that to you right now, or they're just not on that path right now. They're trying to achieve goals and make shit happen for their own lives. So stick to that, you know, nothing should stop you from that though. And you never know why he said that. That's fine, you know. True. And again, if this tower is happening now, it may be because that person, you know, you may need to make certain changes where that person's not involved in your life, but maybe it's not to do with that, you know. Could be to do with any other person and many different people, many different things. Not to say that person shouldn't be in your life, but I'm just saying like this tower moment's happening while this person's important to you. There's probably going to be some changes in this relationship, you know, and you just have to see how it plays out, and how, like, if you guys can make it to the other side where the sun comes out again, the towers start being built again, everything starts being rebuilt, and everything starts, like, you know, coming back to normal-ish, or whatever the normal is now after everything broke down. So it's kind of like, it's just something that you have to, you know, not everything's going to stick around in your life when the tower's there, you know? It's kind of like why it's happening. Changes are going to be happening. And that's what you know for sure. Big changes. So that person may be one of them, you know? And they may be here just temporary. Like, it could be a karmic relationship to where you're supposed to learn something from it. And you'll remember it the rest of your life, and it's very important and significant, but it's not something that's going to be like, a, you know, forever. It's like it's like a person that was just there to teach you something, or help you to learn something, you know, in life. Yeah. Okay. Carmen. Okay. Hang on one second. Yeah. Oh, Zachary, I didn't even see. Thank you. And Carmen as well. Thank you, of course. The girl at work is a Virgo. What does she think of me? Should I pursue her? Let's see about this Virgo person. Virgo. Virgos. Virgo women, don't you just love them? No, I'm kidding. God, they are a handful. I would know. Anyway, let's see this Virgo person. What do they think of Carmen? What do they think of Carmen? What do they think of Carmen? Interesting. Let's see. You said, I don't like Virgo women. Okay. Didn't you say this person's Virgo? But she seems evolved. What do you have against Virgo women? No, I'm kidding. I was just all hating. No, I'm kidding. But she seems evolved. Okay. Okay, well, here's the Aries here. But, Nine of Cups, Emperor. Well, okay. It seems like she gets what she wants. It seems like she's responsible, right? Because the Emperor is very responsible. He is, like, he oversees a whole empire of people, right? Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Oh, that's for sure. Yeah. No, you're right. Definitely right about that. Chiron at 9th house Virgo. That could be fucking anything. I'm trying to think. Your mom's a Virgo sun? Okay. So, this person, what do they think? It's funny, look. Virgo at the bottom. Okay, let me focus. I'm sorry. What does this person think of Carmen? How do they see Carmen? The thing that Virgos do best, right? Can you see that? Judgment. So they're checking you out, okay? They're trying to see what they can understand about you. They're observing, they're analyzing. And they can see you building a foundation with them. Interesting. So they could see you guys building together. Maybe they are interested. Or they see you as very responsible, as somebody who they could build with, for sure. But maybe this is just a business thing. I mean, judging, they're trying to look at your character and they're seeing you as a person who they can build with. So they see you, I guess you could say, as reliable somewhat. And there's something here about quick, taking action quickly. Justice. So taking action quickly for what's right and fair, for what's maybe they see you they see you quickly trying to make harmony or peace, or trying to keep the peace, or just not being a person who is very aggressive or very like hard to get along with. Like if there's a problem, you're kind of quick to try to make it right at work, or you know, in the situation, like whatever you guys are around each other, you know, you've been in situations like that. They see you as a person who's trying to create harmony more than like not create harmony, or more than make a problem out of a situation. Like you're kind of trying to be a mediator, or trying to be a person who's helpful, or you know, try to have a quick idea, problem solve, you know, make things better, make things, you know, better, like run smoother, kind of be a problem solver, fixer, kind of a person who like gets shit done, or like makes shit happen, or you know, solves problems. Problem solver, solves problems. And so okay, should you pursue her? Well, that is up to you, my friend, but let's see. Well, it's funny because I think that that's interesting. You say she's all up in your business, so it's funny because I feel like Virgos can do that. But let me tell you something. If a Virgo is all up in your business, they're kind of somewhat like they're very curious in general, but it's like, so it's not necessarily that they're interested just because they're in your business and asking you questions and wanting to know about you. But the thing is, like, if they're consistently doing that, or if they're like, you know, like, I don't know, I guess there's a line. Like, if, you know, at first they're going to be, like, wondering about everything. But then if they're constant, like, if they're still, like, they're wanting to know for some reason, you know, and I guess it could be negative. But to me, it seems more like there's, yeah, an interest there, especially because she sees you as kind of reliable problem solver. That's kind of a thing that Virgos would like you to be, is a problem solver and reliable, right? So I feel like what they're liking, what they're seeing, and what they're judging, you know? So even if it seems like they're judging and they're kind of, like, annoying, it's kind of a good thing because they're interested, you know? What they're liking what they're seeing. So I mean, they're just not being like straight up and like forward about it. They're just not being like, damn, wow, you reliable, baby, or like, damn, I like how you solve problems like with the quickness, you know? They're just like observing and liking it. So let's ask the romance angels about this connection. What's here? What's here in this connection? Anything? What's here in this connection? Anything you need to know? Anything interesting? Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Okay. So basically, it could be a long time before this actually happens, but it could also mean that if this person isn't the one, then it's because this person's just kind of like a, I don't want to say a stumbling block or a stepping stone. That kind of sounds weird. But, you know, it's like just, you know, like there is someone there for you that's right. And it's like divine timing's at work. So it's like worth waiting for. Even if this isn't the one, it takes a little bit to find that one. Or if it's saying this is the one, it takes a little bit for it to happen. It's just saying eventually you're going to be finding somebody who's, you know, for you. And so it's basically saying like be patient, you know, even if it's not this person. But let's see what else it's saying since we're asking about this person. I'm guessing, you know, it's going to be talking more about this person than anything else. But since it's saying we're waiting for, this could be after this person. And you're going to be waiting, obviously, for this. So it would be kind of like be patient, because there is somebody out there for you. It's just, you know, and it's worth waiting for. It just might take a little bit of time to really see that or notice that, or be able to have that in your life and to recognize it as that. If you ever do. I mean, I guess there's a possibility you might not, but what else is in this connection with this Virgo person? Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So, this could, again, be talking about the Virgo. Like, say, like, you date the Virgo, for example, and then it's saying worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life, because guess what? The Virgo is not the person for you. And then release your ex comes out, because in order for you to get this person that's for you, you need to be able to release the Virgo. You're going to be stuck on the Virgo, it seems like, for a while. And maybe it's not the person for you, you know, but there is somebody for you. Because after the situation goes down, you might be thinking like, oh, you know, like that was really the one for me, and like, oh my god, I'm so bent out of shape about this. But it's really kind of like, now to be able to find the person who's more for you, you need to move on from this Virgo. Or it could be saying, if it's saying the Virgo's for you, then it's going to take you time to actually get to that point with the Virgo because of one of your exes. Now, if you feel like there's an ex right now that you cannot get over, and that's kind of getting in the way of your relationships, then that's possible that it's talking about that as well. Release your ex. I feel like it's talking about the Virgo, though. Like the Virgo will be an ex that you need to release. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So when this card comes out, I feel like it's just kind of saying, like, remember to have a good time, you know, and be fun in life, like enjoy life. Because when you get with people, you don't want to just be this person that's like too serious, like Virgos are, too serious, or too, you know, boring and too worried about things. You know, you want to have a good time and enjoy life. So playfulness is going to come into play. It could be because of the Virgo, you know, maybe you need to add a little spark to that connection. But I feel like this thing is going to happen for you. I feel like that Virgo and you are going to have something, and then it's not going to work out, and maybe you're going to be stuck on it, and there's really another person that's better for you, so you need to kind of let the Virgo go. Maybe this is something that you can kind of like, if you know this now, then you don't have to get too attached, or maybe when that time comes, you can be like, oh my god, they did say that this would happen. Well, there's going to be somebody better for me, so maybe I need to just, like, be able to let this go, you know? Divine timing is at work in your love life, so it's kind of like, it's not the time, but it will happen. And you just need to know when to cut loose with certain exes, you know? When it's like time to not wait around for that to keep happening, or waiting for it to happen, you know, and it's time to just kind of move on to the, you know, bigger and better things. Or like, you know, not bigger and better, but necessarily. But, you know, someone who's more for you and better for you in your life. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So you'll have signs of this. It won't be like something hard to understand. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take, because, like I said, there will be signs. So great love is worth taking the steps you are guided to take. That means intuition, you know, insight. Like there will be moments that you just feel like this is the right way to go, you know, instinct. It's like you'll have those moments. So try to listen to those, because, you know, we all have those all the time, but it's just like that's the first thing that a lot of people shut down is their instinct. and it fucks them over. You know, that's how we survive. So try to listen to what your gut's telling you. The steps you are guided to take. Great love is worth taking the steps you are guided to take. So whatever steps you are guided to take, try to get in touch with your body more. Try to get in touch with your unconscious mind more. Try to get in touch with, you know, your subconscious so that you know those steps that you're being guided to take and feel comfortable in taking those steps. Sometimes it's not comfortable, but I mean, it's still guided, you know, for a reason, because your body knows. So you're supposed to, you know what's best for yourself, but you just don't know it, you know, until you know. And sometimes we never do because we're so disconnected. But passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Try to do everything you do passionately, you know, especially love. Like, just don't hold back, you know. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Like I said, again, it's kind of like what was that card? Playfulness. You know, allow that shit to like allow yourself to be presented as a person who's enjoying life. Don't be a person who's dull, boring, and fucking worried about things and just not enjoying life. Like, be a person who enjoys life. Live that life because you deserve it. Allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Right? See, I think you and the Virgo are going to have something. I don't think it's going to last, though, but then you're going to need to, at one point, probably let it go so that something better can come along. Again, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. You will have signs. You will have many signs. So just know when it's time to let loose. You said friends with benefits. I mean, if that's what you want to call it, you know, could be. I feel like you're going to be stuck on the person for a while, though. But that's all up to you. You know, you do have free will, so. You never know. I mean, shit. You really don't. Because you're saying that now, but you're asking about her. So you kind of are interested. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. So forget everything I've said. If you're going to remember anything I've said, just remember to listen to your gut. Listen to your instinct, okay? Let it guide you, because there will be signs, many of them, but you got to listen to those signs. You know, you got to listen to yourself and your body and your subconscious, obviously. Listen to what your gut is telling you. One moment, okay? Hold that thought. Okay. Yes, Kara. Okay. Okay. Let me just check that really quick. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Okay. Kara, go ahead and post your question whenever you're ready. Thank you. I did see that. Go ahead and post your question. Can you shed some light on my current relationship with Sag? Sure. Okay. Shedding some light on your current relationship. Is it worth pursuing? Excuse me. Is it worth pursuing? That is your opinion, but let's see what we can find out about this. First thing we get here, Two of Cups. Okay, so it's hard to beat. I mean, Two of Cups is pretty fucking cool because what we're talking about here is people who are, first of all, feeling very connected and feeling very much like they're on the same page in regards to, you know, their relationship, you know, and everything that's going on. It's kind of like you guys want the same things. You feel the same way. I mean, you go after the same things. You feel very connected. You feel very much like you're on the same page. So I don't see anything wrong with that, first of all. Let's see. Anything else that we need to know here? The Magician. So it's kind of like you guys can make anything happen. I mean, not anything, obviously, but whatever you want, like, to happen, it's possible. You know, it just takes, obviously, you guys putting in equal effort, obviously. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like this is it's a very connected connection. it's a connection here that's very close and you know, like, you guys feel it, and also you can make shit happen. Like, you just have to fucking want it and go for it. There's nothing that can really stop you. You know, you have everything you need to make it happen. It's kind of just like doing it. There's nothing bad here yet. as of right now. So let's see what else we can find. I mean, I don't see any reason not to. I don't see why you would be asking that question in regards to the cards we're getting. You say they seem flighty. Okay. So let's see if that's coming out here. What do we need to know about this Sag person? Are they a flighty person, or can she trust this person? Can Kara trust this person? Knight of Swords. So there could be something that happens kind of without warning, you know, but let's see what this is. Okay, Seven of Wands. Somebody feeling like you're against them, feeling like you have to get your point across, be defensive, kind of like you're not hearing me, like throwing their wands like down, like trying to get you to get it. Like all these wands down there, those are all his. Like he's on top of this hill here, everybody down there, like he's throwing his wands down, like he's still on top of the hill, you know, but he just feels like he's not on the same level anymore. This was on the same level. Now he's feeling like you're not getting him and you're against him. So with the Seven of Wands here, usually it's not that you're against him. It's usually that you maybe just don't agree with everything he says, and he takes that as you're against him. And that's not the case. Like oftentimes with the Seven of Wands, we're going to think people are against us. It's not the case. It's just that people don't always have to agree with us. That's fine, but that's the thing. He's got to take that a little lighter, but he may not. I mean, he may take it seriously. So without warning, this kind of changes up, and that's, you know, something to do with him trying to get his point across. What else do we need to know about this? Sag card. Okay, Temperance. So that's going to affect the harmony in the relationship. Let's see if there's anything we can do about this. Okay. Yeah, there is. You're going to have the opportunity, in fact, to take action in regards to this little problem. Let's see what, whenever I see something like, you know, not necessarily like this, but something to where it's like anything could happen, right? And we have free will. They can do whatever they want. You can do whatever you want. So what I like to do is put the power back in your own hands, like empower you if I can, or help you to feel more empowered in your own life and your situations. And basically ask, what can you personally do to improve your situation here? Because, I mean, you can't make anyone do anything. Only you can make yourself do things. So really, what can you personally do in this situation to improve the situation? Because it's saying here, you're going to want to take action. So, I mean, you'll have the opportunity to take action. So you can do something about this. But what can you personally do to make this better? Is there anything you can do personally to make this better? So let's see what you can personally do. Focus on the positive, focus on the good, focus on the happiness between you. It seems like this is a connection that has a lot of potential, and I say that because, first of all, we start off with the Two of Cups. You guys have so much connection, and you guys are on the same page, want the same things, same likes, dislikes, disbeliefs, beliefs, fucking goals, I mean, desires, things like that. Like things, you see each other eye to eye, you're on the same level. And then it gets to this point where somebody feels like they're not getting their point across, or like they're being like something just overnight, almost like very aggressively too. It's kind of just out of nowhere. Boom. No one saw it coming. It's kind of like he starts to think you're against him. And it's like, I'm not against you. The only thing you can really do here is what it's showing is that basically just try to be positive, just try to be uplifting, just try to be like, look, you're tripping over, you know, just try to be like, don't take it too seriously. Like when he starts to think, you're against him, or however that, you know, comes out, just kind of play it off, like just be playful about it, you know, just be kind of like, don't let it bother you too much, just kind of laugh it off, you know, and be like, you are silly, like I would never like be totally like, what are you talking about, like you're just, you know, I don't know if you're having a bad day or what, but come on, like, you know, just be like, don't even take it seriously, like just be, you know, just try to focus on the positive and the happy, you know, because you guys have a very happy union. It's just something that, you know, there's a few misunderstandings here and there, big whoop, you know what I mean? I don't think there's anything to really worry about, except he might get a little defensive sometimes. I mean, I don't really, that kind of, there's more to that, obviously, but let's look at that though, because that kind of seems weird to me. I don't want to just leave you with that. You said, I'm very preoccupied, so you're right, I need to do something. They seem flighty. Yes, I'm very preoccupied. So you're right, I need to do something different. Okay. Kind of seems like he's the more preoccupied one, like scanning the room for like threats of like abandonment. Like, you're not on my side. But you're like, no, like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't agree with you. That doesn't matter. Like, I still love you. Or whatever it is, you know, between you. Let's see, anything else we need to know about this Sag person specifically? Okay. Tower moment. It could be a karmic partner, which would mean that this is a short-lived. Even if it's long-term, it's not gonna last forever. I mean, I'm not saying it is karmic. It could be, and if it is, that means that it's a person that you're supposed to learn from. So it could be a situation that's very significant to you that you're supposed to learn from, and you'll have many life lessons from this connection. But other than that, it would be like a lot of changes are going to take place here, because maybe there's changes that need to happen. You probably already know what they are in your own life, the changes you need to make, and whatever those are, start to try to make those changes so that this is a lot easier for you, because the Tower can be difficult because people find change uncomfortable. Simple as that. They find change uncomfortable, and so they think the Tower is uncomfortable because the Tower tries to make changes in your life and in all of your life, and it's really not comfortable. So if you can try to make the changes you need to make now, it'll be a lot easier for you when the you know, things stop working out the way you expected them to, and then you have to make changes. Hi, you guys. So make those changes. You guys, if you have a question, please check out the description and you can donate there. All the information's there for you. Very simple for you guys to follow. So thank you for coming. Please like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to answer your guys' questions. Just go ahead and donate, and all the information for that's in the description. So thanks for being here. I'm excited to read for you. I'm ready to read for you if you have a question. Okay. Okay. No problem, Cara. Thank you. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, love. What'd you say? Welcome, Cara. Oh, thanks, Cara. Nice. Glad to have you with us. Glad to have another follower. Well, subscriber. You guys, I'm also on Instagram, Original Insights Tarot on Instagram, so check that out. I will post when I'm going live. I didn't do that tonight. It's a little bit late, but I usually do that if I'm going live in the daytime. I'll post like an hour before, just let people know. So check that out. Also, you can subscribe and know when I go live, because it'll let you know when I go live, when I'm going live. So don't miss that, and get your questions answered early, because there is a point in time when I get like, I lose my energy, and then I have to tell you, okay, look, I'm kind of running out of energy, I'm gonna go soon. So if you guys come here in the beginning of the live, you'll get a lot probably juicier, more info, more readings, more details, more energy from me. Right now I'm kind of like low energy, but it's all good. Still ready for you. My pup. Hi, Crislin. Or Crislin. Check out the description, hun, and you can see how to donate for a question. And I'd love to answer your questions. I would love to. Hi, Vera. There's Zach again. Hi, Moon Goddess. You guys, if you have a question, please go ahead and look in the description and you can see how to donate for a question. I'm ready to answer. Ready for you. How are you guys? Good morning. It's like morning. I don't know what time it is for you guys, but those of you who are here right now, please like this video if you get a chance. It just takes a quick second to like. I'd really appreciate that. And if you have a question, of course, you can donate. All the information for that's in the description. I'm ready to take your guys' questions, so go ahead and do that. I'm here. I'm ready. Let's do this. Okay. Yeah. Hi, Justin. How are you? Ooh, I'm getting kind of sore. I may have to sign off soon. I'm getting kind of like weak, tired. It's kind of weird with this whole thing. It's like it comes in waves. It's like you feel really like fine, good, great, and then you're like, ugh. So my head's starting to hurt. Like I don't know, it's weird. It's kind of weird. Like it's different than it kind of just knocks you out sometimes, you know. But I am feeling a lot better, so I mean, it's a lot better. Probably because I slept a lot today that I'm even able to do this at all. Not doing too bad. Been dealing with some confusing energies as of late. Oh, confusing. Care to tell me about them? Or if you have a question, go ahead and donate for one. I'm definitely down to answer anything you have to, anything you want to know. Anything you want to know. Anything you need help clarifying. You can look into that. I need to get a bean bag. Big old bean bag. So I can just be like straight chilling. Straight chilling in the bean bag. Well, thank you, Justin. Let's pull a few cards for you and just see kind of what's coming out here. Just to check in, you know, just get a couple cards here. Let's see. Anything that might be able to help. Any advice we have for Justin today? What should he do today? Like, what should we, you know, set our intentions today for, you know, what? What should today be about? What should he remind himself of today? Okay, so whatever goal you're trying to reach, like you will get there. When you do, you're going to be looking back on how everything transpired. Like you're going to be looking back on how did I come to this place right now where I'm at, where I wanted to be for so long, or, you know, where I'm just happy to be now. You know, say you didn't even plan getting there, but you're just happy to be there. So when you get to that point, you're going to be looking back at all these things. And I want you to think about every day, be conscious of all of these things that, you know, you're doing to reach your goals right now. Like everything that you're trying to become, you know, everything that you're doing, that you're trying to become the person you're trying to become, or get to the place you're trying to get, or reach a goal you're trying to, you know, reach. Once you get there, you're going to be thinking like, what did I do to get here? Like, how did this all happen? You know? So every day, just try to enjoy it the best you can, you know, and try to think consciously about what you're doing. Because when you look back, you're going to want to remember those things. You're going to want to think, okay, how did I get to this point? Like, it's not just the destination, it's the journey, right? So you just try to enjoy yourself, but also be thinking consciously, practically, be doing things that like try to reach, not that you're not, but be trying to actually take steps to reach these goals. Because once you get to that point, you're going to be wanting to look back on it and think, how did I get here? What did I do? You know, I'm going to do that again, you know, for certain reasons, you know, other than just that. But that's one of the reasons, obviously, because you're going to want to like do that again and again. Like, how did I make this work this time? You know, what did I do right? You know, what did I do wrong? But you're going to want to remember these things. So try to enjoy life, you know, as you're reaching these goals and as you're trying to reach that point where you're just satisfied with life. You're going to want to look back on it and remember. So, but don't take it too seriously, you know, still enjoy yourself in life. You know, we only live once. You know what I realized the other day is that, like, you know how they say you only live once? If we really only live once, like if that's true, then we're all kind of like wasting a lot of fucking time, because like, wow, we only live once. Like, do you want to look back when you're 80 years old? Do you want to look back on this time and be like, when I was so and so age, like I did nothing, or like I wish I would have done this, or I wish I wouldn't have done that, or I wish da 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 da. It's like you can't go back. So you might as well just enjoy life now, you know? You might as well be happy with what you have. I mean, and if you're not, then you have to go and get it, you know? Because that's life. You have to go and get it. It's not just handed to you, and you're not just going to find it. I mean, you have to go and search for it. You have to go and try to get it. So and you're the only one who can. It's your life. So have a good life, you know? Enjoy your life. Like, have fun. Do something you want to do. Do things you want to do. I really like that idea. I don't want to look back and have regrets or wish I would have done something else, you know? So try to think of it like that too. Also, we have the Queen of Cups here, so there should be a lot of support on your side right now. Maybe you can lend a hand to somebody else. It seems like a motherly type figure, though. Like, not literally a mother, but like somebody who's supportive like that. Somebody who's emotionally supportive. Could be a water sign person, which would be a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. Okay, and this could be a thing that you're not very committed to. Like if it's a girlfriend or something, maybe it's somebody you're not very committed to, or it's somebody you're very passionate about now, but it's kind of like you're going to get bored of it. Or maybe this is their energy. You're very passionate with them now, but then you get bored, they get bored of it. They're kind of on to the next. You know, if you're kind of that person, you already know you're kind of that person who is non-committal, then this could be you. If you're feeling that vibe of someone you're dating, then that could be them. And I would say you're probably right about that. Somebody's offering a connection, though, and that's headed towards... Okay, it kind of resembles to me somebody who's single, you know, like the Emperor. Even though the Emperor should have an Empress. But, I mean, the Emperor himself is like his character is like a person who's overseeing a whole empire of people. It's just him. So it's like he's the one in charge. I feel like this is you in charge of your life. Like, for some reason, this ends up to you being single, I feel like. So I feel like, you know, if it's not you who's the non-committal one, it's definitely the person you're with, but it seems like you're headed towards something single, even though this is saying you're offering love, or someone's offering love to you. Like here we have this, you know, someone's offering love to you, and then it's like headed toward you having a lot of responsibility. So what is the Emperor here for? Money. Okay, so like we said, overseeing a lot of people, right? You could be a manager of some sort, somebody who's in charge of a lot of different people, or a very important business, something where you're overseeing a lot of things. Like if it's not people, it's a responsibility, and you got to take a leap somewhere. There's going to be some kind of new change here, but that's going to scare you. So you may not take this leap, but for some reason, it's asking you to take a leap. But this would be after something you're very, it could even be, if it's not love, it could be talking about like something you're very passionate about now, emotionally. Like if it's a job or something, like you're very emotionally passionate about this job, you want this job, this position, or this career, or to just be in this industry at all, to just be a part of it at all, and you're not very committed to it, is the thing. So try to see it through. The thing is, if you're not very committed to it, then it's leading you towards the Emperor, which is somebody who, so in a way, if you don't see it through, like it's saying you're not going to, like it's saying you're not going to be committed to it, you might actually have a better job waiting for you. So it's kind of like these things kind of link up, and then you, like I said, you're going to want to remember this. These things link up and work in such a way that then you have these different connections and you get to these different places, and then you have these different opportunities, you know, because of certain things that happen. So it's kind of like, yeah, that happens, doesn't it? Well, it seems like you're going to be on to better things soon. Like, it's interesting that this non-committal thing, or this thing that you're not very, you know, going to stick around with too much, like wait for very long, that you're not going to be very committed to, it's going to lead toward you having more responsibility, which, like I said, could mean single, but it still means a lot of responsibility. And then afterwards, with the King of Pentacles, it's showing money or possessions or something where you're gaining. So I feel like this is talking about like you're gaining more, even though you have lost something with this connection. You're still able to gain something within your own personal life, like being single. It's almost better for you to be single right now so that you can actually achieve these things, and you're going to be asked to take a leap. It could be something uncomfortable. It could be something where you don't even want to take a leap. Like you're like, fuck, taking a leap really makes me uncomfortable. Like, because now I'm kind of unsure. Like, should I even take action at all? And you might feel like you don't even want to take action at all. Like, you might not take action, but you definitely should, because this is something that's going to be a lot of responsibility, but it's going to be money, and it's going to be success for you, basically, you know, and it's going to be something probably different than you're used to, but I mean, it seems like this all happens for a reason. But we do have the Devil now, so it could be something that you feel like you get pulled back into. Maybe that person sees your success, comes back around, and you feel the urge to give her another chance. What is the Devil here? Capricorn. Remember, this started off, what's today's intention? And then it kind of kept going, but yeah, building a foundation. So if you really are a person who's like, oh, I want to like family, and I want a house and a car, like, or not a car, but I want like to build a family, and like, you know, all of that, like traditional, like stuff like that, then this could be something that's why it's an urge for you when the person comes around, because you're like, yeah, I have always wanted to like build something. Now I have the money to do it. Now I have the success, and now they want to actually make this happen. Maybe it was just before I didn't have enough to offer. Now I do, but for some reason the Devil's there, because it's saying like it might not be such a good idea. It might be a toxic thing. It might be a thing that like is an urge, but maybe it's not the best thing for you, and you would know that already because you feel that. But you know, you'll just have to make that decision, I guess, when the time comes. But for some reason there's something toxic about it. Like, why would you have to wait for you to be successful for it to be like, okay, now it's on? Like, you know, what about the way there? Like, not everyone just is born successful, you know? What? And if they didn't want to see you at your worst, and now you have all this money or success, and they're like, okay, yeah, now. It's kind of like iffy, you know? Kind of seems iffy. Like, what if you lost it all tomorrow? Then they might be like, the same thing, you know? Oh. Let's see. Oh, okay, yes. Thank you, Avantika. Abhishek's feelings. Abhishek's feelings. Let's see. Capricorn. So it's saying you listen up. Yeah, I feel like you're going to be seeing a lot of success soon, and it's probably because you're single, you know, and you're able to more like focus on your goals and everything. So even though it sucks, it's kind of like you just don't let that affect. I mean, it's hard to say just don't let that affect you. It's like, oh yeah, so simple. But I know, but you kind of have to like rise above and think about yourself sometimes, you know. I'm not saying it's going to be easy or it's not going to be hard, because it is. I mean, it's love. It's difficult to get over those things, but you're going to be seeing some success soon, okay? Try to take risks and try to take a leap and try to do something that may be a little uncomfortable, but it could be a really good idea for you, like regarding career and job and like taking opportunities, you know, things like that. Try to take opportunities. I mean, you're a Capricorn. It's not that hard to tell you that. I mean, you're probably pretty good at that when it comes to business, but it seems like it's going to be something kind of uncomfortable for you to where you might not want to do that, but I urge you to consider it. Okay? I encourage you to consider it. Okay, so Abhishek's feelings. Okay. What are Abhishek's feelings? Unsure about how to take action. So they're feeling like they're kind of, I mean, right now they're just not really taking action. They are obviously, I mean, I guess a little held back by this. For some reason, they're kind of like not sure what to do. They are not taking action. They're probably waiting for the perfect time to take action. But I would say right now they just don't really know how. Let's see what's going on. So they're trying to get, I mean, it's something, they're trying to figure out how to get what they are trying to get out of it, but they do understand that what they want exactly is not going to be able to happen just like that. So they're waiting, and they're weighing their options. Maybe there's a bit of fear, anxiety that something's going to go wrong. They're not going to be able to get what they want. Because remember, the Nine of Cups is kind of, it's kind of like a greed card almost. Like, you don't see him sharing these 9 cups he has here filled to the brim. He's got 9 cups filled to the brim, all to himself, and he'll take more. He'll take. So it's kind of that energy of this person wants something like specific, and they know that they can't really just get it like that. Like, they're gonna have to either wait or be very patient, or just kind of like do some things that are, it's gonna take some time. They can't just get it, so they're kind of like unsure about how to get it now. What is it? The perfect relationship, I guess. I mean, we're talking about temperance here, Sagittarius. Also, but you know, if it's not a Sag, we're talking, since you said it's Virgo and Capricorn, we're talking about you know, somebody's happiness. Like, it reminds me of like they're wanting temperance, they're wanting the perfect relationship, they're wanting everything to run smoothly and be like perfect. I mean, Virgo. So they're wanting the perfect relationship with Virgo, which is you. They're wanting peace and harmony. They're wanting everything to be perfect or smooth or happy, harmonious, and they can't get it for some reason. Why not? Is there some issue between you right now? Okay, they feel like you don't feel the same way as they do. because this person feels like you are either against them or just not on their side about things. Like they're trying to get their point across and they feel all of this love and they feel like you don't reciprocate. They feel like you don't have the same feelings as they do. If it's nothing yet, then they feel like they'll be rejected or something to that effect. I mean, it's like the Ace of Cups here is opportunity for love and connection. And they feel like you are not on the same page and that you don't understand how much they are on that page. Like, they don't know how to take action because what they want is a relationship with you, and they don't think that you want one with them or in the same way or as much as they do. So maybe they're a little nervous about that. I mean, we did have this nervousness, fear that something will go wrong, maybe fear of rejection. Could that be? They're weighing their options on what is best to do. Like, if I go towards this and try to pursue it and I get rejected, then that's going to be shitty. If I wait a little longer, maybe I can get this person to, you know, not reject me, and maybe that will work better for me. So they're not taking action right now. They're trying to be low key. They're trying to play it cool, you know, not jump the gun. And Knight of Wands. So that's interesting. Who is the Knight of Wands here? Is that, are you the Knight of Wands or are they? Because if they are, I would say that they're very passionate about this now, but they're going to get over it. And that's the thing, like, they may get over it before it even starts. Because if they wait too long, then they're going to get over it because it's the Knight of Wands. Very passionate about it right now, but unsure how to take action because they don't think you feel the same way. But if it is, you said after split a few months back, he came back, proposed, and now in his me time zone. Now, again, he has this on-off connection. What is going on? I am failing to understand he goes into his thinking mode. Or maybe I'm thinking more. Okay, so that would be the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands, who's kind of non-committal there. So I guess it is them then. So, So they're expecting a perfect relationship with you, even though they're not giving their best. I mean, maybe they do think they're giving their best, but really that's not comfortable for you. Like, no one's going to be comfortable with that. So what are they expecting from you? If they want this perfect relationship with you, they just want you to have no complaints, basically. But they'll be able to do whatever the fuck they want. You just basically have to be happy with that. That's why they can't get it. That's why they don't know how to approach this, because it's kind of ridiculous what they're asking for. That's why they can't just go for it, because they know there's no way to just get it. Because if you don't understand that, then that's on you. Like, that's your fault, basically. It's kind of like irrational. You know? What can she personally do to better the situation, if anything? Well, it says take action immediately. You have the world in your hands here, you see. It's like you're living in your own world, the world around you, and then you also see this world in your hands here. Now, whether or not you know that, I'm not completely aware. I mean, it probably kind of seems like you don't really see it that way, like you kind of are putting it in his hands. But just know that you do have a choice. You know, this is your life too, and if you're uncomfortable with anything, you can make changes or you can not be okay with things. And you can put your foot down and you can speak your voice on things to make people aware of that if they don't know. So stop doing all that thinking. Maybe you need to say things more about how you're feeling. Don't worry about losing a person. If you're going to lose somebody over something like that, then they're not for you anyway. And I know that probably scares the shit out of you, but you're wanting to build this foundation here. It's not going to happen with this on and off guy. You know, it's not going to happen when you're feeling like you're confused about why they're coming and going. You don't need something like that. You need something that's more stable and reliable if you're going to build on it, right? I mean, if you're going to trust it and actually be able to feel safe with it, that's what you're looking for. You shouldn't have to rely on something that's not reliable. It doesn't make sense. So I would say speak up. Speak your words, speak your voice. Let them know something needs to change because I'm not cool with this. You know, you don't have to be cool with that. You're like kind of wondering like, what am I not getting? It's not really like you're not getting something. It's kind of like you're getting it. It's just you're not understanding that like you don't have to be okay with it. Like there's nothing you're doing wrong here. I mean, I'm not going to say you're perfect, but it's like, you know, you can not be okay with that on and off kind of feeling of not feeling safe with a person because they're not reliable. I mean, you can let somebody know that too. Not that that will necessarily do anything to change them. They are coming out as the Knight of Wands, But you might have to cut your losses on this one, because Knight of Wands is kind of a person who is non-committal in general, so this person just might not be the committal type for very long. Like, they're committal and then they get over it. They're passionate. I shouldn't say committal. They're passionate and then they get over it. And so if that's them, like, you guys are all passionate at first and then it kind of like fades away and you're like wondering where this person is. If it's a pattern, I would say, you know, is it likely to change? Has it happened more than once? Is this a pattern? Then you know what this is. Like, you know, no one has to tell you what you're experiencing. And if you're uncomfortable with it, you just have to ask yourself if you want to wait around and deal with it longer or wait for it to change, or, you know, patterns are patterns. So you have to pay attention to those, you know, people's actions instead of their words. And if you're uncomfortable with anything at any time, you do not have to allow it or put up with it or continue in that situation, you know? You can totally put your foot down and make changes yourself by removing yourself or just not allowing certain things. And see if that helps anything. Because, like, obviously you're not comfortable with this. I don't really think it's a thinking mode, as you called it. Kind of seems like a person who's on and off, non-committal, flighty, not reliable. And that's not comfortable. That's nothing that you can build with, because you don't know where you stand, ever. I don't think there's anything you're really doing wrong inherently, though, in this situation. Like, you don't deserve to have to deal with that. Of course, I don't know all the details, but it's like, with that, that's the problem, is that they're not reliable. So you don't know where you stand. It's not really your fault. Like, what are you supposed to do about that? All you can really do is make it known that that's something you're uncomfortable with. And if they don't respond in a way that's, you know, then you have your answer, really. But they're not going to know unless you, I mean, they should already know, but if they don't, then you have to make it known. And if you do and then nothing changes, then you have to make a change yourself or allow it to continue, you know? Did you hear that? Oh, I don't know. It was somewhere outside. Okay, you guys, I am feeling bad now. My head's kind of starting to hurt, so I'm gonna go. But Avantika, I hope that answered your question for you. And I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you, everybody who donated tonight. I really do appreciate it. You have no idea. Love reading for you guys. Have a good night. Have a good day. Have a good morning. Thanks for being here. I hope to see you guys tonight or tomorrow. Let's do this again. Okay? Have a good one. Thank you. Have a good day, you guys.